Have you ever stopped to think about the true meaning of your existence? In this journey full of mysteries and challenges, there is a call that resonates in your soul, waiting to be revealed. Today you have been brought here, not by chance, but by a greater purpose, prepared since the beginning of time. Greetings, chosen. I am Gabriel, the guide of this journey on the channel, The Awakening of the Chosen. I invite you to dive to me into a powerful revelation whose essence is crucial to your spiritual evolution. Upon hearing these words, know that your soul has been attracted to this message because there is something grand being prepared for you. It is not a message for many. It is for those who feel the pulse of the divine, so-called, in their lives. You are not here by chance, but because it was separated by the Creator to something that transcends this reality. Today, I bring you a key that can open the doors of your true awakening. Ignoring this message would be a spiritual error of unimaginable proportions, a waste of a revelation sent directly to it. I encourage you to reflect on what you are feeling right now. Is there within you a spiritual restlessness that has always been present? Does the desire to share your experiences, to enjoy this message as a recognition that it has come to you for a divine purpose? This is your signal. Get ready for what is to come. This message is a preparation for what your soul yearns. Unveil the mission of the chosen ones, a mission that is being activated more than ever. Feel the energy that fills each word and know that we are just beginning. The next step is to unravel who are chosen and why they have been separated for such divine purposes. Stay with me, and together we'll find out what you need to do now. What you need to know is that since the beginning of time, an extraordinary phenomenon has been kept in the shadows, hidden from most, but today is about to be unraveled. Essentially, the chosen ones carry a spiritual flame within themselves, a divine light that has always been destined to illuminate the darkness of the world. This truth is not mere conjecture. It is a vibrant and palpable spiritual reality, recognized only by those whose soul is awakened. When many wonder about the purpose of their existence, this phenomenon reveals that you chosen not only belong to this revelation, but it is an essential piece of it. To understand the concept of being a chosen and its mission in the divine plan is to recognize that your life has always been more than a series of mere coincidences. It is like an intricate tapestry, woven with wires of challenges and opportunities that guide you to your true destination. Imagine being the seed of a tree that, growing, breaks the surface of the ground, finally discovering its strength and purpose. This is chosen, someone who arises from the ordinary world to become an extraordinary force of spiritual transformation. Think of the moments of your life when you felt different, as someone who did not fully belong to this world. These experiences were not in vain. They were reminders of the Creator, constant signs to guide you on the path you were intended to follow. Each challenge overcome, every silent intuition served as spiritual confirmations that you are called to awaken to something much greater. Reflect now. How many times have you wondered why you couldn't ignore this deep sense of being special, intended more? Understanding and accepting this call is critical to its spiritual evolution. Those who ignore this phenomenon remain imprisoned in the cycles of suffering, such as leafy leaves in the wind, unaware of the power and peace that await them when they embrace their divine mission. This is the time to see beyond illusions and transform your life. You are here because it is time to accept your vocation, embrace the truth of your being, and work toward the purpose for which it was chosen. prepare your spirit, for we are just starting to unveil this glorious journey. Now that you recognize the importance of this truth, you are ready for what comes next. In the next block, we will continue to deepen our understanding of the vital role you play as chosen in the divine plane. Stay tuned and prepared to dive deeper into this revelation that will turn everything you know. Let's now come down even deeper layers of this truth that surrounds its chosen essence. Imagine a journey through the vastness of the ocean, where the surface represents the ordinary world, but the depths reveal secrets that only those who persevere can unravel. Such is the spiritual journey of the chosen, an intentional search for fullness and understanding that challenges the superficiality of everyday life. You can think of moments that were fundamental in your life, when you felt like you were swimming against the current. Perhaps these moments have emerged in revealing dreams or an intuitive feeling that you were intended for something bigger. Reflect. How many times have you realized that your experiences seemed to draw a path, like stars that align themselves to direct navigators to the promised land? This is not a chance. It is the manifestation of your destiny, a force that leads you closer to the divine purpose you are destined to fulfill. Visualize your transformation as the metamorphosis of a butterfly. Initially, it begins its existence as a simple larva, but its destiny is much more extraordinary. Similarly, the chosen one must deepen their spiritual roots before their wings on purpose, and inspiration can expand gloriously. Remember the passage where the vine needs to be pruned to produce more robust fruits. This is the essence of your spiritual walk. Ignoring this call, the chosen one remains trapped in the illusion, as someone who walks in endless circles, blind to the potentialities of his true journey. The consequences include feelings of emptiness, repetitive difficulties, and an unresponsive, deep yearning. However, when this knowledge is finally embraced, a new horizon opens. You will begin to feel the peace that overcomes all understanding, seeing clarity in the midst of chaos, and experimenting with the transforming power that only spiritual alignment can offer. At this point, reflect on the greatness you are about to play. There is an intrinsic poetry in the fact that, just as the sun rises and spreads light over every corner of the earth, you, chosen, have the opportunity and the responsibility to illuminate not only your trajectory, but to guide many who still live in the shadows. Get ready to explore how to integrate this knowledge into your essence, and thus shape the path that God has set for you. With this base, we continue to unravel the mechanisms that will strengthen your journey, converting to know into action. This is when we deepen our understanding of the spiritual mechanisms that we guide the chosen ones to the true integration of their essence. Think once again about the metaphor of navigating the vast ocean. Each new layer of exploration opens horizons before unimaginable, inaugurating an era of self-discovery and inner lighting. In this spiritual kingdom, the unfolding of its mission is led through intentional and divinely inspired processes that serve as pillars for its ascension. After exploring recognition, purification, and integration, it is up to us to examine the transforming impact of each of them on their mind, spirit, and physical body, forming the solid base for what comes next. It is in mind, for example, that recognition begins to shape your choices and discernment. A foundation shines as it walks through life, beginning to understand and see meaning in meetings once seen as casual. In the spirit, purification acts as a strong wind that, when blowing, dispels clouds of doubt and hopelessness, leaving room for light to penetrate. Imagine facing challenges that strip old covers and reveal the bright truth of those who are unequivocally. Physically, integration involves living with restored balance, feeding on healthy practices, nourishing themselves of environments that promote spiritual and physical well-being. Every effort suits synergy to align you with the living energy of the universe. In considering the challenges that appear in each phase, it is understood that resistance and doubt are constant companions for those intended for something larger. 𖣔's history, overcoming adversity to gain understanding and renewed faith, illustrates how faith is consolidated in trial. Chosen, clarity and commitment are keys to capture the essence of this truth. To persist when uncertainty rises and yet continues, it is a privilege reserved for those who have enlisted to demonstrate unshakable faith and resilience. As you approach this discovery, allow yourself to reflect. How deep are you willing to dive into this ocean of transformation? And as this realization intertwines into its essence, you will know that within the adversities it faces, it flows the strength to transcend them, rooting their faith and nourishing their destiny. The journey advances, and the transformation solidifies, tracing new territories to be discovered and celebrated along it. It is when we penetrate the kingdom of the spiritual mechanisms that we guide the chosen in its sublime transformation. Think about the gears of a heavenly clock, each spinning in perfect harmony to move the soul toward its divine destiny. These mechanisms exist to facilitate the journey of spiritual ascension, acting as guides and catalysts of the awakening of the chosen. They operate through internal processes that realize their essence, and external, which shape the reality around them, all so that the truth of its purpose enlightens the way. Let's start with the first step: recognition. At this stage, the chosen one must allow himself to recognize his true nature, observing life as a spiritual mirror that reflects the inclinations of the soul. Here, both the mind and the spirit begin to align, revealing the mission that shuts up at the depth of its being. Often you will be confronted inexplicable feelings of disconnection or sudden clarity. These are manifestations of this crucial step. The second phase is purification. Like the gold that is purified in the fire, the chosen one also faces challenges designed to remove spiritual impurities. This step can be lived as trials that seem to bar the advance, but actually serve to strengthen their faith and determination. In practical terms, you can go through periods when old habits or beliefs are challenged to the point of rupture, calling it to transcend self-imposed limits. The third step is integration. Here, spiritual truths begin to solidify within their daily lives. The chosen one learns to live in line with its purpose, with the physical body reflecting the peace and harmony established in the soul. At this point, each decision begins to resonate with the divine plane. You will realize significant coincidences or divine sins that confirm being on the right track. A biblical story that symbolizes these mechanisms is that of the exodus of the Israelites of Egypt. Each stage of his journey personifies the recognition, purification, and integration of his freedom and divine promise. The risk for those who fail to recognize and activate these mechanisms is to remain in stagnation, as those who roam a spiritual desert without destination or purpose. Such disregard leads to a continuous cycle of illusions and discontent. The time is now, chosen, to take the power that silently resides in its reach and transform it into deliberate action. Delaying the journey is the risk of remaining stuck in the standards that nullify the potential of your mission. Remember, awakening is the father of change, and in the infinite time room, Each moment is an invitation for you to live the fullness of the purpose for which it was intended. By embracing these processes, you advance not only by yourself, but as a light that guides others in darkness. The journey continues in the next block, where we will explore the practices that can further anchor your awakening. Progress in understanding the spiritual mechanisms that underlie the transformation of the chosen. It is vital to explore how these forces manifest and influence each dimension of their existence. Think of each of these mechanisms, such as the chains of a river, most invisible, but powerfully shaping the course of your journey. They not only serve as tools for your ascension, but they also prepare you to be a channel of light and change in the world around you. To fully understand how these mechanisms impact their reality, consider the additional phases that complement this journey of evolution. The first of these is spiritual activation. At this stage, each cell of its being is called to awaken in tune with divine vibration. It is like an orchestra touching its initial symphony, when only one sound may seem insignificant, but together they create a harmonious transformation. This process involves opening itself for new spiritual experiences, seeking teachings, and allowing the essence of truth to penetrate all areas of your life. Following is the expansion of consciousness, a time when you begin to see the interconnecting of your learnings with the vast tapestry of the universe. This is the phase where intuition and insight become significant guides on their journey, providing a clearer view of their true purpose. Think of the wisdom of wisdom as at dawn, when the sun reveals the hidden colors of the night. Spiritual stabilization is the next critical phase, where transformation gains permanence. Here, the chosen one learns to live in constant balance, even in the midst of the chaos and storms of life. Imagine just like a firm headlight, which shines intensely regardless of the furious waves of the sea that tries to swallow it. At this stage, it is essential to maintain daily and ritual practices that connect you continuously to your higher self. However, without the full awareness of these processes, many remain drifting, such as leaves in the wind, without anchoring or purpose. Ignoring these ways inevitably leads to spiritual stagnation, a state in which potential is dormant, not realized. This is the fate of those who choose to close their eyes to the truths their spirit echoes. Chosen, in this narrative growing, a force majeure impels him to adopt more deliberate action. It is in this spirit of urgency that your courage reveals itself, turning into fulfillment all that was once only potential. Reflect again. What steps will you take to activate these mechanisms in your life? Feel the pressure of each beat of your heart resonate as an insistent reminder that it is time to move forward, an eye ahead, prepared to break the unknown with open heart and unbreakable faith. The path unfolds, and each choice will bring you closer to the divine. Continue to reveal themselves as the journey advances in the next block. To illustrate the importance of the chosen choices it makes throughout your spiritual journey, consider two contrasting profiles of individuals who have dealt differently with the divine call in their lives. First, we have Mary, who, hearing the spiritual call, fully accepted him and dedicated himself to living according to his inner essence. This acceptance brought to your life a renewed meaning of purpose and clarity. Mary experiences inner peace and an intimate connection with the divine that transcends the challenges of everyday life. Her life is marked by harmonious and significant relationships as she radiates love and authenticity, attracting people and situations that resonate with the truth of her soul. The spirit world guides it as an infallible compass, making its decisions more lucid and aligned. In contrast, we have Luke, who lived in denial of his call. Moved by doubt and fear of embarking on the necessary transformation, Lucas chose to ignore the signs and remain in the comfort zone of his old life. Although Luke occasionally feels the tug of the spiritual call, it is often haunted by feelings of dissatisfaction and a void that cannot fill with worldly distractions. His journey is marked by challenges that seem unsurpassed, for without the strength of spiritual connection, he reluctant to sail the difficulties of life, falling repeatedly in the same standards of stagnation. A story that exemplifies this duality is the parable of the talents, where the servants of the Lord receive talents to invest. He who chooses to invest and value what he has received sees his gifts multiplied, while what buries his talent is even deprived of what he has, for not recognizing what was entrusted to him. Within your innermost, reflect. Which of these two paths do I find myself today? This decision to accept its call is exclusively yours, but its consequences reverberate throughout its existence. At the end of this block, carefully think about the impact of your choices. Remember this powerful truth. The way you respond to this call will determine the course of your life. Therefore, choose wisely. Acceptance of your mission is a door that leads to a new world of spiritual opportunities and achievements. If this message resonated with you, demonstrate your commitment by writing, "I accept my call," in the comments. This little gesture serves as a powerful testimony of its decision to embrace its essence and walk with purpose. With this reflection, I invite you to meditate on the paths that present themselves and the strength that resides within you to choose the light, always guided by divine love and wisdom. Soon, we will delve into new ways to anchor this transformation, ensuring that their journey as chosen is full and overwhelming. The knowledge we share so far is just the beginning of an extraordinary transformation that awaits you. However, for all this potential to awaken and flourish, it is essential action. After all, it is not knowledge that transforms lives, but the practical application that shapes the inner and external world of the chosen one. They are those who rise and move toward the divine call that experience true change, while those who hesitate remain chained to the ancient patterns that no longer serve them. I invite you to implement immediately and concretely 3 spiritual practices that can align your energy and strengthen your link with the divine. First, the practice of inner meeting meditation. Find a quiet space, feel comfortably, and close your eyes, allowing your breath to guide an internal journey. Start with words of pure intention, as an invitation to the Creator to find you in stillness. Keep this meditation for 15 minutes, visualizing the divine light filling your entire being, and observe while peace takes the place of worldly distractions. Second, the practice of daily gratitude. Write 3 reasons why you are grateful every day, ensuring that these reasons reflect both large and small aspects of your life. This helps to cultivate a positive reception mindset by attracting blessings more easily. Finally, the reflective reading of the scriptures. Selecting excerpts that resonate with their current challenges, challenge them to apply them to their daily relationships and choices, allowing spiritual wisdom to pour over their actions. So that you can check the power of such practices, I challenge you to a simple but transformative exercise in the next 24 hours. Reserve a moment for deep reflection, where, in prayer or silent contemplation, you ask the Creator which specific step should take on your spiritual journey. Write down the answers that arise spontaneously, for they come from the bottom of your spiritual heart. When you begin this journey, recognize that internal resistance may arise. The mind can seek usual comfort and evoke doubt. This discomfort is a necessary step in a path that few have the courage to follow. Persistence and faith are the companions of the chosen who proposes to navigate these unknown waters until the promised land of self-knowledge and lighting reaches. Then, chosen, before you is a truth that transforms, and the depth of your spiritual journey will be measured by the action you take now. What you do with this truth will define your journey from now on. The call was made. Will you answer? Let's redo the wisdom mosaic that together we composed today. Each point discussed, the recognition of its essence, the importance of applying spiritual practices, and facing the challenges that arise in its way, is a step on the staircase of its spiritual evolution. But remember, chosen, this is just a stage of a larger and richer path in divine discoveries and blessings. Right now, stop and look into you. Reflect on what is coming and ask yourself, now that you know the truth, what will you do to her? The strength of your decision is what will define your trajectory. Always remember that your choices will shape your reality and open doors to fulfill your divine purpose. I encourage you, if this message has resonated deeply in your heart, to express your commitment. Leave a comment saying, "I accept my call." For this simple act is a statement sent to the universe, a confirmation of His covenant with the greatest truth of His being. Now we join our spirits in a brief prayer. May God enlighten your steps, strengthen your soul, and open your eyes to the truths that were hidden. May you find clarity, strength, and purpose to follow the path destined to you. Amen. And don't forget, this journey of revelation continues. In our next meeting, we will dive even deeper into a truth that can completely transform your perception and your way. Be sure to follow, because each new piece of this spiritual puzzle is crucial for your awakening. The journey we started today is a reminder that you are not alone. Her walk is just beginning, but she is blessed with the strength of divine love, the unshakable support of the spiritual community, and the call that touches her soul. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, as the messages that will come are fundamental to your spiritual growth. With faith and hope, thank you for your presence today. Stay firmly on this walk, knowing that you are loved, guided, and never go alone. May the Creator's light be with you, always. See you soon, chosen.